Well. Welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right. You found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention, because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, people. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait. There is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
Hey, all you Architects of Fate, welcome, and how you doing? It's been a while, and I just wanted to say welcome back. I think we've all figured out where the chairs are and how cameras work again. I want to say welcome to startrekadventures back in business, because we're back in business, I think. And we're going to enjoy the world of Star Trek from the point of view of the Ferengi. For this season 2, the Ferengi, our intrepid little band, is making its way in a post-Dominion War universe under the new edicts of Grand Nagus Rom. Who is trying to get the Ferengi to kind of not mend their ways, but update their ways, to not be rampantly greedy and misogyny, and just sort of be a little nicer about it. And we're going to look in on this merry little band of profiteers. And let me see if I can see what there we go. And so tonight I'm just going to go across the group and say, have you introduced yourselves? Chillpuck, why don't you introduce yourself? Paul?
All right. I'm Paul, and I'm playing Goreth, who's a Danubian engineer, collector of music, and all in all, causer of trouble. And also playing an Orion by the name of what's his name?
Noit at call.
There we go. Who's a trade companion of Cameron's character. So it's been fun so far.
And then what I want to do is move over to Captain Dave, DM Dave. No, not that one. What's up with you?
Hello, everybody. I'm playing Cash Dash, the captain of this motley crew, always looking to make some latinum, wheel and deal. And I'm also playing Pathil, a normal guy with nothing shady going on.
Yes. We just picked him up from wherever, I think, right? And then
Hallback 3 question mark?
Hallback 3 question mark, because we're not sure what the planet's name really is anymore. And Cam, why don't you run this out?
Hey everybody, I'm Cam. I'm a longtime gamer, tabletop-wise, short-time Twitcher. And I am playing Dravok, the Ferengi, who is into the artificial enhancement of muscles, which has given him a very stout build. And I'm also playing the ship's medical officer, Lyra. She's a Bajoran, and she is the spouse of Goreth, the chief engineer on this little vessel of profit.
Okay. Oh, I wanted to say also, hey, Fishman, thanks for your subscription to Prime. Thank you for your 15-month streak. Or whatever it is on your 2-month streak. So that all helps. And I also wanted to say everybody who may or may not be watching, because there's only 6 people in the chat. We're also on it's September, so all subscriptions are 25% off, which is nice, and it helps us out if you do that, as does just going up into the Discord, doing a bunch of other fun stuff. So what I wanted to do is quickly catch everybody up with this is the 39th rule: don't tell customers more than they need to know. And the crew had been reflecting on their adventures of Hallbach 3. And they finally decided to take the advice of a strange Ferengi who is totally not Grand Nagus Rom in disguise. And they are making their way to a planet called Epsilon Prime in the Delta Quadrant. However, just at the end of last episode, Noit seemed to have been in a bit of a translate state and entered some coordinates into the helm before they engaged the drive. And it was all also under the watchful eye of Phil, and we don't know what's going to go on. But the things we're going to ask is, will they have left their troubles behind, and are they still able to collect their passive income? I believe Lyra can Lyra collect the medical supplies? Has Dravok used them up already to restock his inventory? And will the crew ever forgive Goreth for letting Noit play the harpsicord that's in the bag? We're going to find out these and other things as we go to the Great Material Continuum for today's episode. Are you saluting for the Great Material Continuum? Yes. Okay, so I think we did mention that was like, where we kind of left off. Was that, I believe, Lyra was after medical supplies, and we said yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have a reasonably stocked sick bay now. So things like surgeries and basic diagnosis and things can work.
We looted all of that from that movie set, right? Or where were we?
Yep. You. You looted it all. Not necessarily from the movie set. From probably there was a facility there too, that had some basic medical supplies. That was one of the things you were able to do. You may have cleaned them out. They might not have willingly let. Did you guys buy them, or did you just abscond with them?
I was gonna say, as long as we got it for free, I don't much care where it came from.
I think that we absconded with them. I don't think Lyra was willing to spend a lot of her hard-earned cash. Even though she's not a true Ferengi, she's a Bajoran, she still understands the rules of profit.
Okay.
Ferengi at heart.
The Ferengi at heart.
Yeah.
Okay, so
learning by osmosis in this small ship.
Yep. Well, we've so she's got her med bay. The other question is, did Noit already raid, or not Noit? Did Dravok already raid everything?
Probably not, unless, well, if there were things like prednisone in there for allergies, he could use that to manufacture some of his muscle building steroids. So he might have grabbed, if there were steroidal components that we brought on board, he'll set up his own little lab in his bunk and make some new pills.
Let me see. Yeah, that's the worst part. I was going to have an argument between you two, and now you're both of them.
Yeah.
So my whole attempt to make this work just died on the fucking vine.
Every time we have character interaction, it ends up
you talking to yourself. Everybody's a DM. Okay, so it's going to be about a day or so to get to this location. Anyway, this is a day at like your ship's about a warp 5 ship. You're heading out toward the, not the back of beyond, but definitely the frontier. You were already kind of at the edge of Federation space, and so now you're heading out further in toward the junction with the Delta Quadrant, and that's not bad. And I did want to note, is Noit doing anything in particular, or is Phil how's Phil settling in? This is the other question. How's everybody getting along with Phil?
That is, I think he's kind of off-putting. So I think he's just sort of standing in the corner, and every once in a while somebody remembers that he's there.
Oh, okay, I was thinking of something worse. Hey, Dravok.
Yeah.
What do you think about Phil? What's one thing that he does that you could possibly find of interest or value to you? And what's one thing that annoys the hell out of you? I'm just going to take Dave's agency away.
Take it.
Now, one thing that's very annoying about Phil is he always seems to be there when you're not looking for him. Like, I'm just standing there, and then like right over my shoulders, Phil is there going, "Hey man, what are you doing?
Can I try a little bit of your milkshake? It smells bad."
Like that. Stuff like that. Or like, why are you grinding up those pills? I thought we just got those. And I'm like, get out of here. Jeez, leave me alone. And what was the other thing? One thing that I liked about
profit. If you're Ferengi, what's the thing that you could see that you could use to your advantage? How could you use him?
Well, he seems to be very observant. So it's, even though his observing of me is rather annoying, I like the fact that he's, paying attention to other people. So like maybe, he leads the room.
Okay. And then Goreth, you got any opinions? You're Denobulan, so they got some go along to get along with everybody. They're kind of guys. So what's intriguing about him that makes that intrigues you? It makes you curious. Well, first he can read lips. Hey, Paul, you're on mute.
Ooh.
I can't unmute him. Anyone want to tell him? There we go. Yeah.
There.
Hey,
sorry.
there you are.
There you are.
I thought I had muted myself. So the one thing that I'm always very curious about him is that he has amazing stealth. Like, just like Dravok said, he has this ability to just like be there when you least expect it. And you're not even how he got there. But the other thing is he has this attitude about, I don't know, food and other things. He's just always slipping in and kind of saying, "Don't mind if I do," and takes his own portion.
Oh, he does. He has taken French fries off of people's plates, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, he's
without
just
asking.
total. Yeah,
and then
don't
going,
mind if I do.
These are very soggy. Soggy. He never likes it either.
Yeah.
He always has something bad to say.
Oh God! And then Lyra, have you? Well, you're not thrilled with him because his race is like kind of a broad brush group of, kind of proto Ferengi. They're a little more, profit driven. They're a little more greedy. I don't know how Bajorans feel about that.
I'm not a huge fan of excessive greed. We want to make a profit, but we have to be at least a little bit above board. The other thing that I find annoying about him is because he is more of a proto-Ferengi, he's kind of, when the others aren't looking, he's a little bit misogynistic towards me still. Like he's always like, "Oh, I like the fact that you're clothed."
Okay, he might just simply mansplain to you. because the
yeah,
clothing I think is
yeah.
a cultural. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna alpha geek you and say the clothing is a Ferengi cultural issue, not a. But I do like the idea that he mansplains, or he philsplains.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm gonna do the joke because I'm gonna steal thunder. He's gonna fulfill you in. Yeah, you're welcome. I can't. Yeah, this one I'm a terrible player. Okay, and then finally Noit. You're kind of having more dazed. You got a lot of missing time, so I don't know if you've got a lot in terms of Phil's impressions on Phil or anything.
Well, there's one thing. He always seems up for a good contest of some kind. He's always ready to put a challenge to something, whether it's a physical or mental or whatever that. So I find that great fun.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to force scenes from a hat. Cameron, you pick a contest that can be done on the ship, and I feel it should be the most ridiculous thing possible. And Phil and Noit are engaged in this contest, and then the other characters can decide to ignore or possibly bet on it.
They are down in the cargo bay doing zero gravity yoga with various items and trying to get into bizarre positions with said items.
Uh-oh.
I'm very flexible.
Oh God. Okay. Where is the cargo bay? Yeah, there's the cargo bay. All right. I'm gonna put the cargo bay up.
Just as long as the harpsichord's strapped down.
Harpsichord is still strapped down. It's over in the corner.
Yes,
so
okay.
you guys have to decide. I'm just gonna say, well, good luck. Figure out what you're gonna do. The flexibility challenge has been thrown down.
Cue the amok time background music.
Yep.
Noit's gonna try and grab his feet with his hands and trying to make a circle or a ring with his body.
Okay.
Which way?
Noit's just,
Forwards or backwards?
Yeah, forwards or backwards, and Noit is giant.
Backwards.
I didn't have a
Try this one.
question. Is Phil a diminutive because that seems to be the way that we run your characters, or can we actually have him be lanky boy?
Lanky boy.
Let's have him be 6 feet tall. Let's give you at least one character in the Architects of Fate that you play that is that can reach a shelf.
DM Dave is tall.
DM Dave is tall. I haven't.
Yes, Phil has his legs crossed behind his head.
Youch. Okay. Noit, we're gonna do it. Anything you can do, I can do better. Kind of thing. What I need is both of you to roll, because we don't know. This is gonna be like, oh God, it could be fitness and security. This will be actually pretty good for Noit, which stuns me.
Now the only problem is I've been trying to find Noit's character sheet and I cannot find it.
Oh, let me see. How do I?
Well,
how do I do that? Can I just?
Thought it was in my
Can
Google
I just drop it in here?
Sure, just drop it.
I think if
there
it's
we
a
go.
PDF,
Yeah, there it is. It's arriving in Skype.
Excellent.
And Phil, now's your chance to decide just how this is a physical and security task.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to decide. Just give a general total that you'd like to have, because like say about 12 is fairly confident, 16 is really good.
Well, it's certainly not going to be over 14, which was my lowest roll.
Okay.
So I think Phil has one leg behind his head and he's stuck there.
Okay. Yeah, because what I'll do is we'll just put down under special traits like highly flexible or something. So basically, you get to re-roll one die if it involves flexibility,
Okay.
and that means
Let's
for
see.
physical
Oh.
or intellectual, any form. It's just flexible. I think we'll just leave it at
Physically
that.
and mentally.
And-
Okay, so I got a 9, which would probably be under
yeah.
his. I feel like security is pretty low, but fitness would be a little higher than Cash Dash's anyway. So I think he probably has one success with a 9.
Okay. Does he should have you get to roll 2 dice. So
Yeah, no, the other one's still a 14.
all right. You get to re-roll it because you're flexible.
I get to re-roll them both.
Oh
No, I had a 14 and a 17. I
Oh.
re-rolled the 17 and got a 9.
yeah. I'll just
So
I'll just let you re-roll one die to
Yeah.
not make it completely outrageous.
Yeah.
Like Gem. Okay, so you
So it's
managed
one.
to get
So the
leg
other leg's
in.
getting back there.
The leg's getting back there. Noit, how you doing?
Come on.
So I don't think Noit's very flexible.
He's not, but he has got security and fitness up the gang.
It just
Yeah, that's
forces his
true.
body to do
I
whatever.
mean,
true.
he could muscle his body into doing something.
Sheer strength.
And it's 0G. It's 0G yoga.
Oh, it's
so
0G yoga?
resistance is,
Oh God.
Mm.
Yeah, they have to do it in.
Yeah,
in
Phil's
like
just sort of
0G.
slowly rotating.
Okay, I like that the critical range is now 18, 19, or 20.
All right. So what do we?
Fitness,
Fitness.
and security.
And fitness and
Noit's-
security.
Noit's a beast.
Okay. Am I rolling once or
2
twice?
dice, unless you need
2
to.
dice.
2 dice, and then you just figure out how many successes you got on those, how many saves you made on each die.
Okay. Well, he had 12, so that's a
Yes.
success. But then he rolled a 20.
Outstanding. There was a that is a complication. Also, Pafil did get this. You got the same amount of successes, so you basically are evenly. Nobody outfoxed the other person.
Mhm.
What exactly happened to Noit there, Cam?
As he started to make this circle, the device he was holding, whatever it is, slips out of his hand, and because it's 0G, it just starts twirling kind of funny, and it hits him someplace vulnerable, like his ear or some other place that's gonna be painful.
Okay.
No.
So you twirl.
You have to watch out for that.
Noit, you do tend so does he go ricocheting around like he like speed did it, or he just
He's bouncing around
yeah
uncontrollably.
yeah, that's not good.
Screams out in pain.
Yeah, just tie everything down. I like that. Yeah, they have to charge for the mag boots, I think. Yeah,
Okay. But they charge more to run gravity in there, so it's always 0G in
yeah,
flight.
in flight. I like that idea. Okay, yeah, 0G in flight.
Yep.
Everything has to be tied down. What I'm gonna do is, I guess, Noit, did you technically lose this contest then?
Yeah, I
Or are you
think
gonna
Noit is
admit to it.
defeated.
Okay, and what I need to do is I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna check and see if you have any odds or evens, Paul.
I'll go
Okay.
odds.
If you match, it's a good thing. All right, it's a good thing. The good thing is you did not tear any muscles that would require the new medical supplies to get busted out at the moment.
That's a
Yeah.
good
In the
thing.
meantime, is anybody watching them do this, or are you guys all just like leaving them to it because you're just tired of their contests?
I don't know. Maybe right? It would be a Ferengi thing to maybe watch on it and bet.
Yeah.
And so Dravok just lost like 5 slips because he, of course, would bet on his friend to win there.
Yeah, and I do think Cash Dash saw the right horse to back in that contest.
Noit, how could you screw up Now I'm 5 slips short.
Dravok, he can't even touch his toes. Why did you think he was going to win this?
Well, he wins all the fights that he gets in. So, this was just another contest. I just wasn't thinking that this zero-G yoga was any different than a good old-fashioned punch-out.
Yeah, I mean, look at this fella. Phil's still floating around. He floats over to Noit to shake his hand. The leg's still behind his head. Good game.
No, we'll shake them. Well done. Fair game.
So hopefully you'll both make a. This is where suddenly things get really weird where I'm actually demanding saving throws. No, sorry guys. Believe it or not, CONN, and fitness are your 0G operations skill. Because it's like shuttle flying. So you have to decide. I think I like the idea that you're just kind of roughing out how he is compared to Cash Dash.
Yeah.
So you can just move things up and down from that.
Right.
But the 0G will like let you guys kind of move your way back to the unbundle yourselves and get some handholds.
I still don't. I don't think that's going to do it either. That's a 12 and a 16.
Well,
so he pushes off a little too hard.
A little too hard. And I will say that the Ferengi cargo bay have all the handholds because they're designed for 0G. Like in a Starfleet ship or something, the walls are all just smooth, and you're utterly screwed if you lose gravity. The Ferengi have a
the Phil is floating about 6 inches from the closest handhold and just can't.
Yeah, he's gonna try.
Can someone give me a push?
No, you think you can do that? Yeah, Paul. How about a con and fitness?
Con and fitness. Okay. Let's see. No, that's not too bad. All right.
That's not too bad.
Oh,
no, Noit's
is
a
not
pilot, so
having a
he's
good time
kind of
here.
built for this.
Yeah.
Okay, I have 1 success.
All right. Well, that's enough to anchor you. Phil's still hanging out there.
That's okay. I'll just take a nap.
Can I try and reach
sure.
for him?
Yeah. Throw another con fitness.
All right. Success. 11.
Okay. Yeah, he manages to grab your leg.
Not by my ear. Not by my ridge.
Not by your ridge. Yeah. Unless you want him to, honestly. I think that would
No, but my leg is up by my ridge.
Oh, it is? Okay, yeah, then you basically that's gonna be kind of weird. Does that wrench your neck or anything, or are you good?
Let's see.
Oh god.
Ow, 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 ow.
Sorry, man.
That's okay. I haven't done this for a couple years. I should have warmed up more.
Okay, so
I didn't count on how much finesse this activity took.
yeah.
The Phil now has like a pulled rib or something.
Yeah, does he need to hop over to medical, or is he gonna?
Yeah, as he unfolds.
So you both have stabilizing handholds. You're all set.
Yeah.
If you want to, you can hightail it over to the to med bay. If I can find out where I stuck med bay, 'cause that would be useful. Let's face it, it would be really useful if I remembered where the medical bay was.
Is it on the
One
It's on the
floor.
Aloha deck. Yeah. Mess hall, medical bay, deck B, as in Baker. Sorry about that. Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to go to that location, Phil, or if anyone else.
Yes,
wanted to do it.
yeah, Phil will head that way.
Yeah, Noit, the harpsicord calls to you.
the harpsicord calls me?
You'll probably find Damn it. I was going to think, I'll find Goreth there, but god damn it.
See, now you painted yourself into a
I
corner.
just try and stretch things and make them a little fun. And I thought, oh, everybody can play 2 characters.
I imagine Goreth is just trying to provide some incidental music.
Yeah, I think you can go down there and just because I think it does call to you and you really enjoy playing it, but the tune that you're playing is bizarre.
Oh, of course.
Let me see. Where did I put Lyra? There she is. Copy. Okay. Hey, Lyra. You're in the med bay. Is there anything specific you're doing? Like checking to make sure that the pills are locked up?
Yeah, I was inventorying, and I noticed that some of the medicines that I had brought on board are reduced. There's still some left, but it's like somebody went through some of the containers and took like 50% out. And so I'm gonna put all of the meds in double secret probation lock. I have to pay an extra slip for a special code to add to the medicine locker.
Okay.
And I have my suspicions.
Cash Dash, you notice that on your ledger, a double secret lock has been purchased.
All right, look, if I understand what it takes to make sure people aren't skimming off the top. Well, people other than me, anyway.
Yeah, you obviously do have the override key to the double secret lock.
Yeah, certainly.
Even though it says in the instructions that no one can get into it, like the hotel safe. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Really little tiny little asterisks on that one.
It's a lot of asterisks are doing a lot of lifting. Yeah, Phil, you come on in. You kind of, I don't know what kind of attitude you're coming in at. Lyra,
Hello, Lyra. I need medical assistance.
Oh, what's wrong, Phil?
I pulled a rib.
Pulled a rib? Doing what?
0G gravity in the cargo bay.
Oh, yeah, you can do that. It's kind of hard to keep yourself from getting stretched into all weird shapes if you're doing 0G maneuvers without training.
I was fine until that big beefy guy tried to pull me back too hard.
Oh, yeah, well, that can happen too. All right, let's get you checked out. So I'm going to take a medical tricorder.
I don't think all of that's necessary. I just need a little bit of a pain reducer. Thank you.
Well, let me make sure he didn't break your rib. You know, you're lanky. You look a little frail there at times.
Fine. Do whatever you want.
And that, I know if you're talking about that Noit, I mean, he could probably break a Nausicaan over his knee.
Probably.
So, silly question. Has she ever encountered Phil's species before? And I forgot what his species was, but
I don't remember his species either. I doubt if he's like from the fringe of the Federation, I don't know that she would have.
Nope. Okay. So let's go with you're doing like a quick scan, just like a Doc Weasel.
I'm doing just a quick scan, first of all, to see what his anatomy looks like, I guess.
Oh God, yeah, you'll start registering him in the database.
Because I need to start putting stuff in the database. So
I have Nocturne
we'll have to
somewhere.
get you.
Nocturne.
Does that sound right?
That sounds good. I'll go with that.
Nocturne.
We'll have to get you scheduled for a full-on physical here at some point soon, Phil. Phil.
Well, we might as well get it over with. Or do you have a long line? Do you have a waiting list or something?
No, I just didn't want to like throw you into a bed and run all kinds of tests on you if you weren't feeling up to it. But yeah, if you want to get it over with, let's get it over with.
I think we might as well.
All right. So I'll have you lay down over here on this med bed, and I'm going to run a complete anatomical scan for both your skeletal structure and your internal organs,
Okay.
the layout of them.
Is it a problem if I ate because I had 3 chips out of somebody else's bag earlier?
No, it's probably okay if you eat because I'm not doing a colonoscopy on you.
Okay.
I'm just doing some anatomical scans.
Can we get that on the
skeletal
books?
and organs. All right, let's do it.
Oh yeah, is healthcare included as part of the?
Oh,
I was thinking of.
hell no.
Cash Dash, are you possibly monitoring this? And would you have anything to say about whether or not this medical care is to be a paid service or other thing? Because I don't know if you've negotiated any of this.
Yeah, well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Over the intercom. Phil, just so you know, by joining on as part of the crew, you automatically entered into a contract with me where, well, look, blah, blah, blah. We don't need to get into any specifics now, but that ain't gonna be free, just so you know. Okay. In a scene with myself.
Yeah. I'll absolutely look at. We're actually definitely going to have to look up Nocturne because I can't quite spell it right. So, but I'm good with that. We'll dig that out of the thing. Yeah.
I expected nothing less.
Yeah. So, Phil, you the medical scan shows there's skeletal structure. It's kind of unusual. He's got like hollow bones. But they're really.
Oh, no wonder you hurt yourself.
He's got.
I'm very light.
Yeah, and they're kind of filled with some kind of a mucus. So, it's kind of like these little liquid-filled bones. I don't know if you want to crack them open or anything, but that's an unusual thing. Other than that,
yeah, I'm not gonna bust up his bones just to see what's inside them yet. You have some interesting marrow compared to other races that I've examined.
Oh, really? Like how?
Yeah. Looks like inside your bones, since they're kind of hollow, there's just a lot of mucus in there. Do you know much about your species? Bone structure? Is it like something that renews your bones quicker? Or?
I know I've been under the weather for a bit. Maybe that's it.
Oh, so you're thinking that it's not supposed to be?
Well, I don't know. You're the medical.
Well, did you ever break a bone as a child or anything?
Let's see. Yes, I broke my.
How long?
My kicking bone. I kicked. I thought it was a soccer ball, but it was a rock.
Oh. And how long did that take to heal?
Oh, the normal amount of time.
Okay, well, for example, like for me, I'm a Bajoran, and if I broke, say, all of my toes kicking a rock, it would probably take me about 4 to 6 weeks before they were functional, and they'd still be a little pain, but they'd be, back to.
You could pick things up with them again.
State. Well, we don't pick things up with our feet. Our toes are not quite prehensile.
Oh, typical. Well, yeah, it took about the same amount of time, but I don't know if there was I didn't break them so bad that I saw stuff inside them, so I'm not sure about that.
So it wasn't a stone-induced compound fracture. Where the bones came out of your.
No, the bones didn't come out of my prehensile toes.
Okay.
I like that too. Do you go around with shoes or without? And we should have remembered that for the yoga.
I'm gonna say without.
Without? Okay. I like that he's barefoot around the.
He's a grippers out kind of guy.
I think.
So he's.
Yep.
He's got feet sort of like that guy in Star Trek 6, the Undiscovered Country.
I like that. Yeah, there's going to be a problem.
The guy who couldn't wear the mag boots.
Yeah, gonna have some
he
weird
couldn't
boots.
wear the mag boots, and neither can Phil.
All right, so Phil, yeah, that's she does give you some analgesia. There's nothing that seems to show up in his biology that would cause him to be treated any differently than any other humanoid species.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I wanted to find out. Was like
nothing.
No, like hard in some strange location, like the ankle. Or...
Yeah. Let me see.
And
Can you make a
See, now I'm starting to get our games mixed up. He's not the one with the double everything, right? There was one that had like 2 stomachs and 2.
I think that's Klingons.
I don't remember if it was Strange New Worlds. I mean, Strange New Playtest or Bajor Rising.
Oh, was that? Yeah, it was Bajor Rising, where somebody just kept coming up with liver heart and.
Yeah, liver.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff. So Pafil doesn't have that kind of stuff.
When somebody stuttered, when someone stutters in chat, we pounced on it viciously. Medical and reason check, please, Lyra.
All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. So reason 7, medicine 2, so 9 or less.
Lara,
no, wait, that's Dravok. That's Dravok. All right.
Yeah, we might as well have Cash Dash in there.
Well, it's not that much better. Reason is 7 and medicine's 4, so we got an 11 or less.
What does she do? Does she
brutal.
Does she punch her patients into happiness?
I think so. So, and I rolled brutally. I got a 17 and a 20. So I have a crit screw up. A 20.
Okay, you're making
just in time.
Yeah, you're making a scan of. Who subbed? Oh my God! Something just erupted. Hey, Vi.
We got a raid. Sweet.
And oh look, he brings you. Wait, no, sorry, misread that. I brought you. Hey, Vi, how's it going? Thank you for the raid. We really appreciate it. Hey, everybody, stick around. We're gonna find out what's inside of somebody's bones, and really, yes. Thank you Thank you very much, Raiders. Vi's, it's been great. GM the Great Barrier, thanks. You critically failed. All right, so chat, this is your chance. Our medical specialist has tried to scan this creature called Pafil, and it was a brain scan, and they critically failed. They didn't have any chance of success. They have critically failed to scan Phil's brain. What sort of either bad information? Yeah, what sort of horribly bad information do they have? Anybody at all? No? I'm hoping, because I don't know what our delay is.
You appear to have no brain.
I appear to have no brain. How odd! You appear to have no brain. Yep, I'm gonna go with that. First across the mark. Lyra, yeah. Basically, you think that there's basically a void where his mind should be or where his brain is.
I look at the scanner and I go, "My God, it's full of stars."
Oh, God.
Is that something I need to be worried about?
I'm not sure I can figure out how you can even communicate with us. Do your people talk about an organ called the brain?
Yes, inside the skull.
And you've never had cranial surgery?
Not that I know of. It starts feeling around on the back of his head. Is there a scar back there?
I'll look around. I'll look around on his head and see if there's any unusual scars.
Yeah, actually, there is. There's a weird. It looks a lot like when those kids drew all those stylized S's.
But like Superman S or
yeah, Superman S or that weird Wild Stallions S.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's a Wild Stallions S kind of on the back of your head.
I can't. Is there anything back there?
Survey says no.
Oh.
Inside, there's nothing.
Oh.
There is a mark on the back of your head. I mean, but my survey says there's no I'm not seeing a brain in your skull. But that can't be right because you're breathing and speaking, but I do see a strange marking on the back of your head.
Okay, I think I'm going to need to put in a little bit of a There's no deductible or anything. No, of course not.
No pre-existing conditions.
Is there somewhere to put in no brain in your scanner?
Well, let's not jump to conclusions because something's got to be controlling your higher functions. So
I would hope it's me.
I may just have made some sort of error. So let's just chalk it up to something we're going to examine further later on. And then I am going to take an image of this mark on the back of your skull, and I'm going to run it through all of our medical documentation to see if it's some sort of trademark surgical tool or something.
Okay, is there anybody else on... I hate to say it like this, but is there anybody else on the ship with a brain who could maybe take a second look at what's going on up there? I think justifiably concerned.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned as well. I don't really have anybody that I've trained on this. I don't know, maybe Goreth, just because
Goreth
he hangs out with me, so maybe he would be a good one to give you a second opinion.
Is that what you call it? He introduced you as his wife. So you think you guys are just hanging out? That's interesting.
No, I mean, what I mean is he's around me enough to have absorbed some of my medical skills. Just like, I may not be able to play all the instruments that he's collected over the years, but I can certainly play the Regillian flute.
Okay, you'll have to show me sometime.
And then she kind of raises an eyebrow and gets on the communicator. Goreth, can you come down here? There's something odd going on with our newest crew member.
Okay.
Goreth, were you in the middle of a maintenance cycle or anything, or were you just hanging out?
No, he was playing the harpsicord.
Okay, so
he was providing background music for the ship.
Oh, okay.
Dash is also
a little bit atonal.
Set Goreth to working on the musical that he's producing.
Oh, that's right. You are producing a musical. That's part of the.
So Goreth, Cash Dash is working on the book upstairs while Goreth's, Cash Dash has asked him to. I don't know if he's actually doing it.
Yeah,
that's up to Goreth.
Yep, Goreth. Since you're in the cargo bay doing this, I need you to throw a CONN, a con and control roll. And I have no idea what musical ability counts as. I think it's probably presence. But this is just for you managing to get yourselves hooked in to the harpsichord.
Okay, so control and con, you said? Ooh.
This is going to be the era of all 20s. This is going to be the era of that.
Oops, all 20s.
Oh, success.
All 20s.
Okay, I got one success and one failure.
Nothing critical, right? All right.
Nothing critical.
One success is all you needed. Do you care about the quality of your playing, or do you just want to go up and see Lyra?
Well, that sounds like an emergency. If she needs something with her medical stuff. So
okay. So
I will.
All right, so you make your way up. That's enough to help you make your way up.
I'm heading up, dear.
All right, see you soon, babe.
Okay, so Goreth,
to hang out a bit.
Yeah, I guess I don't know, Phil. What are you doing
to
pass the time?
Stay here.
What's small talk like with Phil? Oh, sorry. I didn't know if there was any small talk, but I think it's just Phil just stands there.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
brain.
He's the awkward lurker.
Kind of looking at the scanner.
Yeah, I know the scanner. Have you tested the
Tapping
scanner
on it.
yourself, Lyra?
Yeah, why don't I do that? I'm gonna run my own head scan.
It's different than your head cannon.
Yeah, it's different than my head cannon. That blows things
Man, I'm
apart.
gonna have to like get threat generated because this is annoying. Yeah, go ahead and do a medical and reason.
Okay. All right, I got one success.
All right. You seem to register the normal location of all your organs and everything.
Okay. And I have a brain.
Yeah, that's what the scanner says.
Okay.
Phil, did you want to do any
I
misogynistic
thought
thing
so.
about this?
What does it say?
It says I have a brain.
Here, let me do it.
No. I don't want any damage to this equipment.
I won't
We have a
damage it.
hard
I
enough
know what
time.
I'm doing.
No,
You just point it
no,
and
this
press the
is-
button. It's not that hard.
people have screwed up button pushing before on this ship.
Fine, we'll just
I
wait
don't-
for
I
your
don't-
husband.
Yeah, let's wait for Goreth to get here.
Okay, Goreth does mercifully arrive. God, I
Yo,
don't know what we're doing.
So, yeah. So what seems to be the problem here?
Well, I kind of need a second set of eyes on this, honey.
She can't find my brain.
Yeah,
What?
we've never encountered his species. What were they called again? The
Nocturne.
Nopterans. Yeah, we have not encountered the Nopterans in my medical training. So I was doing a full anatomical workup just so I had a baseline to see, if he gets injured or something, I have something to go by. And my scanner registered that he has no brain.
Well, maybe it's something to do with the settings. Maybe it's not properly.
Yeah, could you check it out? I mean, I did notice that some of my medicine looks light, even though I just replenished it. So maybe somebody's been down here screwing around with the equipment. So if you could give it an engineer's once over and make sure the scanner is functioning. And then if it is functioning, I'm going to let you do it and just see if you find a brain.
I'll run a
No
diagnostic
offense
on it.
to Phil.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So running a quick diagnostic, it's either going to be medical or engineering and insight.
Yep.
And you just need one success for a basic diagnostic.
All right. Well, I got
You got a 20.
one success.
Okay. You do. It is a medical tricorder. It ain't a very good one. It seems to have some faults and shorts in it.
I bet you I can get this thing working a little bit better if I replace some of these wires and maybe this diode here and a fuse there.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be great.
All right.
Why don't I work on it for a couple minutes and see if I can just crisp things up a little bit.
You could always crack his head open because Larry, he's a medical mystery to you right now. I don't know how deep you go into these things if you don't let him go.
The poor
yeah, I don't know.
craftsman
Let me-
blames his tools.
Let me see if there's anything. I don't really see anything that would indicate she would be that tenacious to actually crack his skull open. And I don't want to. I mean, and I read this book by Leonard McCoy that says fundoscopic exams are just so ancient and unthought of that I don't dare start drilling holes in his head. So
Is that where it's next? Okay. Let's say you managed to do some jiggery pokery with the tricorder. Go ahead and run another scan. And I was really hoping to give you a clue with the scan, but that just didn't work.
all right, well, here we go again. I rolled a 13 and a 14, so I did get a success.
Okay. The good news is there's a brain.
There is a brain.
Hooray!
Well, there it is.
Has it been operated
Oh,
on? Is
thank
that
you,
why I have the
Thank you,
scar?
Goreth. I'm so glad you were able to fix this thing, Goreth. I'll give you a special treat tonight.
All right. Well, glad could be assistance.
As always.
I need to get down and start composing again.
All right. Yeah. Well, Phil, as far as I can tell, everything checks out this time. Thank goodness the engineer was able to help us out up here. So here's some extra strength Tylenol, TM.
Oh, good. I'm getting a little sleepy.
That should help. Yeah, and maybe some of this, rub some of this icy hot salve on there too, because there's a little bit of muscular stuff going on as well.
While you're brooding around in my brain, though, could you take a look at the medial lobe?
The medial lobe. Oh, no. So we're gonna do some extra exams.
I wait to see what happens.
I do have to warn you in advance that if it's not required, if it's sort of
this is an elective procedure. It's going to be out of pocket.
There's a double charge.
Double charge. That's right.
Isn't that double charge cash
That's
dash?
right,
I
Lyra.
knew there was something about elective processes. So if you're asking me to do something now that's not related,
I mean, you were already scanning my brain.
Well, but that was to get a baseline to see if anything else was wrong with you. And now that we've got a baseline, now to do anything elective based on that baseline may cause, some charges to occur.
Okay, how much would it be?
I don't know, Captain Damon. What do we charge for elective?
What's
extra cranial exams?
I don't know. What's the right number for this for cash dash?
You could decide like instead of the slips, bars, and bricks, you could decide like an item, and we'll just pretend we know what the value is. It's like, is it a medium-sized car? Is it a college education?
Sure. Okay. Yeah. No, it's the American healthcare system. It's what it is.
Ferengi thing. Yeah.
It's a direct 1-to-1.
Yeah, it's based on 21st century human healthcare.
Yeah, he's reading right out of that playbook.
Yeah.
There's a hint. It's
so an elective gonna be turned it back off and on again.
Yeah. Let me see. What do you want to? Well, yeah. You can just quote him something like, name it in days of wages. Like it's 7 days wages.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of a days wages should work.
It'd normally be 2.5, so it's 5 in this system.
Yep.
Well, I've only been here for about 3 hours, so it's kind of I'm okay.
Well, to be honest, Phil, almost all of us operate in the red on this ship, and then when we get an influx of cash, we sort of back pay. That's how it's been so far. We haven't been quite successful enough to all be operating, in the black.
And that's admirable. The captain really knows what he's doing.
Well, for a Ferengi, he certainly does.
All right. Well, I think I'll just go and try to sleep this off then.
Yeah, and I'll put that. I'll make a note in your chart that at some point when there's a head injury, I'll take a look at your medial lobe. Or lobe. That was what it was that you requested.
Oh.
So she puts a little note in her medical log.
Phil looks and goes, "A head injury."
Yeah, because then I'll be scanning you for medical purposes and not electively, and at that point,
the Phil goes
I may
bonk
need to take
into the side of the med bay. Ow!
Oh,
I slipped.
are you okay?
I slipped and hit my head.
Oh no! All right. Well, now I'll take a look. Did you hit near that marking? by any chance?
Exactly on the marking.
All right. So let's take a scan of the area with the marking, and then while I'm in there, I'll take a look at your media load.
Hey, Goreth. Despite the
what?
medical bay being absolutely the softest, most bubble wrapped area on the ship, Phil has managed to injure himself. So you may need to look at that in a few minutes.
All right.
Are we going to be coming out of warp soon?
Yeah, I was kind of like noting.
I don't know.
Oh, I put things in chat. I don't know if I'm the only one that gives a shit about chat.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
I
was so busy vamping on the Ferengi Americano health system.
Yeah. Remember, this is.
I'm doing my damnedest here.
We should be doing happier things. And we're heading toward the dystopia. Yeah. So Noit, you will probably know that the ship is going to be coming out of warp probably in a little bit. If that's of interest to you, since you're the guy that runs the ship that's on the helm.
Right. So he'll make his way up to the bridge.
The top part.
Yeah, the top part.
Or Cash Dash is furiously writing his
Yeah,
writing the book for this musical.
You're going to write on the bridge, or you're not
Yeah.
quarters, right? Okay.
No.
All right.
Because nobody else was here.
Yeah, that's true. It's quieter.
I just got to keep a little bit of an eye on things.
Okay, so is Noit? Noit's coming in. Cash, what are you doing aside from making sure that you've got extra fine print in the healthcare? You're writing the part of the employee manual that covers healthcare because you realized you didn't write it yet.
Yeah. Put the book for the musical aside and put in some extra some finer print.
Yes. Okay.
Noit, are we just about to our destination? Has anybody popped up behind us? I know we're on the lam, as it were.
Okay, I'll check our baffles.
Okay. Noit, there's going to be a security and probably a reason.
Okay.
God, Noit's actually pretty
Security
decent.
and reason. All right. Okay. Let's see.
You're rolling.
Yeah, Noit's pretty
rolling
good.
2 dice.
Reason and security is. Oh yeah. Okay, that's. Okay, I got 2 successes.
Okay. No, nobody seems to be following you at all, and there does seem to be other ship traffic, which you kind of start to expect because this was supposed to be a trading hub. It is a bit of a jumping off point between the Alpha and Delta quadrants. So,
right.
Yeah, that's. But none of those traces are following you, and you can decide to tell anybody that if you want.
Okay. Well, Cash Dash is up with me, right?
Cash Dash is there on the bridge.
On the bridge? Yeah. So we don't appear to be being followed by anybody, and yeah, it looks like we're got clear seas ahead.
Do we got any sort of a security checkpoint coming up? Are we gonna have to? They're gonna have to take a look at our cargo bay or anything like that? Going between quadrants.
I know I can open up communications and see what. See where are. Would you like me to do that?
Well, I don't know that I want to give anybody any ideas about it, but if there's anybody already, maybe we'll just listen in.
Should we just open up comms and see what the chatter is?
Yeah.
Just kind of. Should we make our way planet side if we can?
Is it time to go planet side, or are we still? We're just starting to cross over into the Delta Quadrant, right?
Yeah, you'll be.
Yeah.
You're crossing over, and yeah, you drove past the rest area. That says you're now entering the Delta Quadrant. But this would be essentially the giant truck stop, kind of.
Yeah, I got it.
So this is.
But there's no like.
Do you want to dock?
There's no border control or anything like that.
There is not that you've noticed.
All right, yeah. Let's just keep an ear out and see if there's if there is any sort of checkpoint coming up, if there's a way we can avoid it, because we are carrying some highly explosive minerals.
Yeah. And what idiot built a wall right there?
Yeah, a wall in
Bravo
space. It doesn't make any
you're
sense.
Clear for orbital.
Yeah, you're starting to pick up. Cameron's just going to be pretending to be the radio traffic controllers.
Is this a planet or a space
It is
station?
a
Or
planet. It has a moon or a few moons, and it has because of course, why not force everybody to land on the planet to do trading? Because a space station that could act as an orbital dock facility would be ridiculous. That would make too much damn sense. They're gonna make you land in little circular landing bays, and it's gonna have people wrapped in burlap and shit like that, because that's the trope, people.
Epsilon Control to Alpha Beta 7. You are clear for planetary approach to Pad 9.
Pad 9.
Well,
Roger,
Alpha. Oh
Alpha.
yeah, you guys aren't Alpha.
Roger,
Beta 7,
Epsilon
so
Control.
They're just saying things.
Yeah, you're just hearing this kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
So
And we didn't get any.
Unknown vessel. This is Epsilon Control. Do they have sensors on? I mean, have they detected the Ferengi? I guess I should say that before.
Not until Cash Dash wants them to be detected.
All right, so then I didn't. The Epsilon Control didn't say unidentified vessel.
Sorry, go ahead.
Did we get any liqueur from Hallback 3?
You got the one label that they took their label off of.
We got one crate of it.
Yeah, you got one crate of that. But it doesn't have the Hallback 3 label. It's whatever you did
fine.
in Canva. You did something in Canva that put the label on.
Cash Dash's finest.
Yes.
No, I don't want my name on it. Fulfill's finest.
Fulfill's finest. Okay.
Shart Sangria.
There we go. We'll pin it on Shart.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna pin it on Shart Sangria.
Okay. So as you're coming in, you're still kind of coming in at warp, essentially. You haven't decelerated. The orbital control is gonna notice something. Is it okay, Cash Dash, if I start the scene?
Yes.
Okay.
By all means.
I'm looking at my upcoming line here. Epsilon Control to unidentified ship at warp. You're on a collision course with the Moon Martax.
Well, no. What the hell? What's going on?
No.
Goreth, pull us out of warp.
Pull us out of warp, and so I'll take us out of warp.
Yeah. So you can take gonna work
Epsilon.
to pull yourself out of warp. What I need is where's the engineer right now?
He went back down to
the harpsicord land.
He
around in the cargo bay with a harpsichord is where he is.
He's bungeed himself to the harpsichord. Yeah. So Noit, what I'm gonna do is, this is more of a thing. I need a con and daring. Ooh, ouch. con and daring, and this is going to be a difficulty level 4.
Oh, daring.
Yeah.
4.
Difficulty
Yeah.
level 4.
Well, you're on a collision course with
12
the moon.
power.
It's super light speed. Dash, did you want to try and help out with this, or are you just because you're noticing Noit is not exactly on top of this, which is unusual.
Yeah, if I notice that Noit is like out of it, then yeah, I don't think I know much about how to drive my own ship. I've got people for that. But
Oh God!
yeah, I jump in and do something.
Oh, I didn't know if you don't know anything about your own ship. Oh crap!
I don't know. Do I? What is it?
CONN.
And
Uh,
yeah, my con's a 2.
yeah, it's you know where the steering wheel is.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do my best to.
Okay. You can try. Actually, there is a thing where you can do as the captain. You can do direct action, which is where you're telling him, you're kibitzing from the side, and that would be involving your presence and command skill.
Oh, that's much better for me. But
Yeah.
is Noit does Noit seem like he's going to be capable of?
Noit, what are you chanting?
Oh shit!
What am I
Yeah, you seem to
chanting?
be chanting now.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God!
Okay, maybe not quite that. You think that there's some kind of a weird guttural Orion. You don't know what it is, and the translator's not figured it out. So it's
Yeah, no, I don't think I can. I think I've got to jump in there myself then.
okay.
Well, his con and daring isn't terrible. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
12 or less.
Yeah, go ahead. You need 4 successes, so good luck with that. You can purchase dice or give me threat.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea to purchase at least 1 die.
Okay.
And Cash Dash is helping, right?
Yeah, what he can do is he can help if yeah. Cameron, you're also going to roll for the ship. The ship's going to assist, because like you're fighting with a ship. It's got
Right.
like a 10, and it rolls 1 die.
Okay.
Dash, you're going to actually try and work on the controls, right? So you get to roll 1
Ooh.
die against your daring and
The ship.
con.
The ship rolled a 19. What was the
Oh,
crit
God.
range?
Probably.
I'm rolling real good for some
the
game
ship didn't.
system,
The ship ain't. The
but
ship
not
ain't help
this
when,
game
The
system.
ship didn't help today. How you doing? How you doing, Knight? Like throw your dooms.
All right, here I'm. Okay.
You know what? I have voice of authority.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't get a single success.
Shit.
You needed a 14.
A 12.
You're the pilot.
I don't know. His daring is 8 and his con
Oh
is
my
4.
god. Oh yeah, there's the Shart Sangria. Very good, Sierra. Let me see.
So this wouldn't even this wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah, I think that you guys are auguring this baby in. What was the voice? What was your voice of authority? I'm almost curious.
Can I just switch it into autopilot?
So if I assist someone and use my presence to do so, I may add 2 to threat to treat my assistance die as if it had rolled a 1 instead of rolling it. So basically, I could add 2 to if I did go with my presence with just shouting from the side.
Yeah.
I can give you a couple threat and get a critical success, but that's not going to be enough right now.
I would love the threat though, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Either way, that doesn't matter. I'll have to put it in an NPC who can roll dice for me that generates my threat that way.
I got a 4 for all it's worth.
Well, there's this phrase
Pulling
called brace
back
for
on the-
impact. Yeah. And I want to show you a picture of how pretty the moon looks. That you're spiraling
warp speed.
toward. That's on screen. Why am I not? Come on off screen.
Oh, I guess it's a good thing we restocked the med bay.
Yeah, you did.
Just in time.
There we go. And copy and put this up for you all. So that's how beautiful it is.
Don't have time to appreciate it.
You'll have time to appreciate it.
Is that Big Crater the last person that came out of the?
That's no
Alpha
moon.
Quadrant? It's close.
And you're heading straight for the pucker. So
The pucker.
there's kind of a blasted zone that, believe it or not, you're headed straight for.
Nope.
Yeah, and what I'm going to do is that roll was to kind of decide how badly you crashed. So this might not be one of those landings you can walk away from.
So Phil's already in the med bay.
This one we can crawl away from if
Yeah,
we're lucky.
let's see what happens. And with that, I'm just gonna say you're spiraling in toward this moon, headed for this jagged, blasted crater on this moon.
Can I try a quick evasive
Are
action?
you gonna evade the moon?
I think that was what we needed 4 successes for.
Yeah, that was the 4 successes. That was an attempt at that.
What if I slam us back into warp? Wouldn't that just take us right through the moon?
Yeah, I like that
No, never
idea.
mind.
I like the idea that your hand hovers over the warp button. Figured, well, I'm just gonna go all the way out.
No, bad idea.
Or we'll just be atoms.
Just be, it's sort of like that Star Wars one where somebody finally figured out what ramming a ship at warp speed looked like. I was like, why don't we do that more often? Speaking of doing that more often, thanks guys. We've hit our stop limit. Thanks everybody for playing, and thanks everyone for joining us, especially the raid. Thanks, Vi.
Yeah, thanks, Raiders.
Yeah, that's great. Now we do have some things. What I want to do is let you all know we do have some stuff coming up. Tuesday, we have Conan Adventures in an Age Undreamed Of. And in theory, I have the actual script here because it's the only one that turned it in. Shadows of Victory. As the party flees the massive ambush, they are barely survived in the deep ravine. They find terrifying signs of supernatural horror and dismemberment of their former foes. What could be haunting them? Hunting those that hunt them. And does this mean they have a new ally or perhaps something more sinister? I'm voting more sinister. And everybody on Tuesday, show up at 7 Eastern and, go see the sinister stuff and make their lives interesting in chat. This Wednesday and Thursday, these are to be announced. So, hang out with, go and check out the Discord, please. And also don't forget to subscribe or resubscribe. Or if you're watching us on YouTube, please follow our channel. That would be nice. Like and click, because that helps us, get what little reach we have with our tiny arms. And then on Friday there is no Cookie Trek because Rufus and Simon have had to take a vacation. And then I'm assuming Sunday, Dave, do we have anything on Sunday?
I'm planning on it. We have our episode title for this Sunday is The Bigger They Are. Okay. The wardrobe fight continued with a giant skeleton resurrected from the Bone Devil's scattered corpse, a fully healed mimic, and an all-too-determined vampiric mist. The Bug Devil disappeared, and DM Dave's life was saved by way of a magic suit of armor in a strangely familiar red and gold colorway. Now, with Tim the Monodrone in tow, the party is faced with a golden mammoth statue and a strange metallic tube sitting on the ground before it. Join us next time to see what DM Dave is going to spend his wish on.
Oh God, yeah, you did have that, didn't you? And then finally, coming up next on Monday, Star Trek Bejor Rising. It's not Thoughts and Prayers; it's something else. And then on Tuesday, we reach the end of Star Trek Strange New Playtest. We're actually the final episode, the first of the month. And it's called Fields of Dreams. And come see the wrap up to that episode. We're going to find a raid, and what I want to do is also ask you guys what are your hopes and thoughts for next session? Let's go with Paul first. What do you think? And it can be anything about your character or just about the situation.
Well, I would like to live.
You know, people in hell want ice water.
I'm hoping we can somehow save the ship and just land.
Okay.
That's my hope and my dream.
Okay. DM Dave, what do you?
I think Cash Dash is hoping that we can salvage the ship from this wreck, or that he's going to cut and run and find somebody else to pick him up that he can start to twist their arm on. And Pafil wants to understand more about this strange scar on the back of his head, if there's not too many new scars to.
Oh yeah. See what color are my what is the color of my liquid bones?
Yeah, I want it. My mucus bones.
And then what is the Cam? What are you thinking?
I'm kind of hoping that Pafil does get a compound fracture just so I can examine the mucus, but I'm not going to force him to get a compound fracture. And
Hopes and prayers.
Dravok, depending on when the crash occurs, hopefully doesn't spill all of his newly created muscle enhancement drugs all over the floor because he just got them. So Dravok's hoping for a dexterity save to catch all of his stuff, whatever the Star Trek Adventures equivalent of that would be. I guess something like daring and con or something to catch the falling medicine.
Okay. Yeah. So you're gonna have to. Yeah, because Dravok
was down in his quarters. I said at the beginning of the episode.
We didn't actually do much with him, did we?
No, he was grinding up the medication.
That's right.
Where we left him. So
okay. Well, anyway, if any of these things happen, or don't forget to send us notes in the chat, also in the Discord, if you want to put notes or comments into the Discord for Back in Business. I'll be very, very happy to take comments and suggestions on board from the audience as well, and it won't cost you anything. So anyway, we're going to raid Althaven, who is also doing Star Trek role playing, and they're a much bigger bigger channel than us, so we should be particularly respectful and everything. So take care, everybody. Enjoy yourselves, and thanks again, everyone, for playing.
All right, thanks. See y'all later.
Okay. And then the rest of this is
Bye.
for YouTube.